Can the young woman break the glass ceiling and prove once and for all that a female can be just as good an athlete as a male?
You know, Amy.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. A long time ago, and by a long time ago I mean back in June, I talked about how I was upset that Sega had desecrated the greatest Sonic game ever, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, by getting rid of Michael Jackson's music from it. Now, I forgot to correct myself in saying that Sonic 3 is actually the best 2D Sonic game ever made, with Mania in close second. Because if you were to actually go and ask what the greatest Sonic game actually is, it is undoubtedly Sonic Adventure 2. Now, at this point, you usually get the typical fanboy argument that the game has the best plot of any Sonic game. Now, while this is indeed a fact, I don't really want to bore you with what hundreds of other video essays criticizing the game have already said. I think that the plot holes and voice acting are actually in service of the game's narrative. Sure, it could have used a bit more polish, but Sega was literally bleeding money by this point and had to port the game to the GameCube, so I don't feel all that bad. For now, I just wanted to take this time to reminisce about why the gameplay makes this game the peak of Sonic. I first played this game after picking it up at a retro game store with a Dreamcast for cheap. The Hero campaign opening with City Escape is probably the single best opening for any video game, to be honest, and Shadow the Hedgehog is so fucking cool, man. I mean, I've always been a fan of the edgy doppelganger archetype in video games, but this guy always struck a chord with me for some reason. The fact that he's the inciting incident of the plot is also pretty cool. So yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog 2 when? In all seriousness, there's more to like about this game. Like the soundtrack, I love it. And yeah, I feel like I've talked about soundtracks a lot lately, but if you know me in real life, I don't actually like music all that much. So you know the soundtrack for this game has to be good. And yeah, I hate to have the same NPC take on this, but Sonic and Shadow's levels are the best part of the game, hands down. Yeah, I wish we got a whole game full of Sonic and Shadow levels, but the treasure hunting and mech levels are all there for the sake of the story. It's not like they aren't fun, they just have slower pacing from everything else. I don't know, the game just screams soul. Something I feel that hasn't really been recaptured for the franchise since that Sonic Unleashed opening cutscene. And it's not like there haven't been great Sonic games after this, because there were. And I'm still looking forward to playing Sonic Frontiers. I'll leave you guys with that, because I'm planning to talk about the Blue Blur again later this month. So, see you guys tomorrow, I guess.